Hey guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Relax with RimWorld. We're on episode 2, and, well, the first episode was actually kind of relaxing. I know, weird change for RimWorld, right? So, come dawn, we will be generating our first power that we're actually going to store, and that we're going to use to power our improvised turret here. Now, in saying this, I wonder if we are going to be able to toggle the power or not. So maybe we should leave it on. Let's have a look. Okay, we do actually have flick on, so he can flick, which is good. So let's go designate power. We'll have it off for the time being. Let's just store energy. We don't need it to turn on until something threatens us. And we haven't actually had a chance to test out that pulse rifle yet, or the charged rifle. I'm sure that time will come. Let's hope we have a little bit of time in between that. I feel like we could take on raiders okay. And in saying that, maybe we should set up something of a little bit of a kind of a fallback area. Let's see what we've got. Let's go security. Sandbags. Sandbags we actually need steel to construct, so... I'm tempted just to chuck down a few of them around here just like that, just to kind of break it up a little bit. We'll see if that's a mistake or not. I feel like it might be just using the steel that we have available to us. Let's see. We've got 54, so we should have enough to be able to do it, but I don't know if we want to use our steel just for that. In saying that, we've got a hell of a lot of chunks up here as well, which we could get back. We'll see if we get to that, though. I'm going to be interested to see what Rycon's priorities are going to be when he wakes up this morning. So let's go ahead. We'll fast forward the time a little bit. We should see something happening, and we actually have started generating energy. And this will turn on just like that. And it's actually working now. I'm hoping that he will go ahead and do something with it. Just meditating for the time being. Interesting. All right. Okay. Well, you go ahead. You meditate away, my friend. We need a meal source. Yeah. We do need a meal source. That is true. And I think I might look on expanding this building just a little bit more. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and designate some more work, and it's probably going to be using wood again. Yeah, we actually do have quite a bit left over. So we're going to use the same amount of space again, I think. So what have we got? 6. So we'll go 6 again, just like so. And we'll just leave that space open for a wooden door. And we're going to use this as just a little bit more of a living space. We don't need to use up a huge amount of space right now because we aren't just one person. We don't want to overexpand ourselves unnecessarily. See, what's good is that we can just expand our battery room as well, and it looks like we are going to be going and flicking off that. Perfect. What I will need to remember is that we do need to allow enough time for ourselves to flick it back on, which, if we're far away, it's a little bit of a walk to do that. I feel like now it's worth having it off. We don't have too many threats around, so we'll allow for it for now. This is something that I don't know whether or not we need right away. Actually, having a look at this, we can see, I didn't show you this last episode, but things are very different here, right? I mean, this is a whole different kind of layout for the research tree. We could get into drug production. I don't think we're going to do it just yet, but we already have a decent amount of this here, which is good. I don't think there's anything right off the top of my head that I think we're going to need right away. But it would be nice to put some things on. Passive cooler. What's a passive cooler? Can I see? Make passive coolers, a way to cool indoor spaces without using electricity. Okay, what's a passive cooler? How does it cool? Do you just take a block of ice and put it somewhere? How does that work? And what do we have for Devil Strand? Okay, valuable plant fiber. And then there's brewing, which I get another pretty good option. Pemmican doesn't It's okay. Good for traveling. Okay. Doesn't go bad for a long time. I mean, pemmican's great. It was really good last time. Yeah, I don't know if I'm too stressed about that. Maybe smithing might be something that we need to look at. Refining is for fuel, right? Yeah, chem fuel. And chem fuel you only really need for launching pods, which we can do now. If we wanted to kind of reinforce a caravan group, we can launch pods just like the enemy can. And we can send them people, and we can send resources to them as well. So, pretty cool stuff. I think for now, we probably will chuck down... It's tough to decide. It's actually quite tough to decide. Geothermal power would be cool to get. We need a high-tech one for that. I'm thinking either brewing or smithing. I'm not so cut up on the Devil Strand, because we could just use cloth mostly, but... You know what? It's only 500, so I think we're going to go with Devil Strand just for the time being. Yeah, I mean, brewing or smithing could be good, but... right now, I'm not so worried about them, and it looks like with this, we will actually be able to finish the place off. So we'll have our extra little room here. Nice. Very nearly. I would like to build some furniture in here, just some really, really basic stuff. Long table, short table. I think we'll go for short table. We'll just chuck it in kind of the center as best we can, and we'll just chuck down one dining chair for now because we don't need anything more than that. Wow, that's actually quite small. Let's go ahead and rotate it just towards that. We'll actually chuck it on this side just to avoid any problems. Okay, now floor. It's not an absolute necessity, but I feel like we've got enough wood, so why not? We'll make the place homely. And now that we actually have electricity as well, and we're storing a decent amount of it, we can probably look at chucking down some lighting. So let's see what we have. It will be under furniture. Just standing lamp would be enough, I imagine. Now it's just the thing, it's like it is a standing lamp, so I'm probably going to want to put these in just the corners of the room. Usually I have them just sitting in the center of the room, but yeah, I feel like that would be weird, just having a lamp just literally standing in the center of the room. So we're just going to chuck them on either side like that. Training hook. Okay, all right. It's, it's probably not the best way for us to be... Actually, we just trained in obedience. It's fantastic. I was going to say it's probably not the best use of our time right now, but hell, that's great. And he's bonded with Rycon here, which is awesome. I don't know if we are going to... Here, too small. So too small for rescue and whatnot, but we'll be able to teach him to, well, run away from us if we need him to. Or at least use him as like an attack dog of kind. I think he's going to be more useful just as the... Oh, sorry, she is going to be useful for companionship. Are we learning anything in regards to construction? Because we... I know, okay, we actually do have a passion for construction, so we'll be learning a bit along the way. Even though we have some failings, it's not going too bad actually. And this is slowly storing up a decent amount of power, which I'm kind of happy with. Where are you off to, my friend? Okay, more wood, and that's the last of the wood actually. We do have some over here. Oh, actually no, they're pretty decent amounts actually. We're going to get time rolling faster because I'm feeling pretty good about how things are going. I do like that we have these two large areas to kind of farm, and we've also got two geothermal vents as well, like really close to here. And I mean, we're pretty central as far as that goes. I mean, we're in more of the south side, more of like the southwest side, but it's still pretty central. All right, that chair takes a little bit more work. Because I guess the dining chair is, it's more of a refined... Decorating due to being unroofed. Oh, deteriorating. Okay, the wood, right. Okay, oh, because it's outside. I was confused for a moment there. Alright, where are you off to? More wood. Okay. And we've got that last pile up there. We haven't had anyone visit us yet. Oh, actually... Look at that. Okay. Yeah, we're low on medicine apparently, and we're low on food, but we actually do have a decent amount of medicine. We just need to make sure that it doesn't deteriorate too much. I'm probably actually, you know, I think I'm going to get a structure built around here. Just because I'm concerned about it deteriorating. We'll go ahead, we'll just chuck a wooden door on there as well. We'll use it for something else in the future, but we do actually have a visitor from Arlaw. So Arlaw is one of the main, well, it's one of the main kind of not outlaw groups, but like the out groups. They're, you know, relatively civilized. They have a decent amount of technology. So he is a town councilman. Okay, interesting. So I'm keen to have a good bit of a chat with him. Wolfpack member as a child. Interesting. Okay. Really good at researching. Really decent melee. And a pretty damn decent doctor as well. So we'll let Marjot, the scientist, come down and we'll have a little bit of a chat. I think he's going to be interested to see this, you know, well-off explorer who's decided to try and survive in the woods and in a fashion. How far away are you? Oh, okay, we got a dead rabbit. Dead here. Yeah, spoils in a day. We wouldn't be able to keep it for too long, but refrigeration is something that I want to look at, and it's probably something that I should actually look at getting done, you know, sooner rather than later. We can probably expand this area and turn it into something of a fridge, or, you know, or down here as well. Where are we going? Hauling more wood. Okay. We're probably going to need to start chopping down some wood as well, which I hope we're going to be able to do. If I go out this way, this will mean that we need to take care of some of this wood, so you know, I think we're going to do that. We're going to expand onto our little house here. It is semi-dangerous doing what I'm doing in that, you know, we're building everything out of wood. Wood is, you know, compared to this, you know, it doesn't have anywhere near as much of health points. It can also burn down very easily. It catches fire, but it's very quick and easy for us to build at this stage, so I think we're going to stick at using wood for pretty much all these things. I'm wondering if I want to have, if this is going to be the fridge, I probably want to have an entrance to it so that we can kind of get in and out easily enough. And in saying that, we will want to, like my other fridges that we've done in the past, we won't want to have something of a, yeah, we're going to go like that because that's going to allow us to have a gap in between. We want to have that gap because we don't want to be overworking the chiller, and we'll have cold air coming into here all the time, so we have like a little bit of an airlock, and that allows for it to yeah, just be a little bit more easy. Now, no, we actually need to deconstruct that stuff there. What am I doing? Okay, I'm losing my mind a little bit here, so let's just go ahead. We're going to cancel. That's what we're wanting to do, because I've just been thinking about it in my mind. We also need to make sure that the chiller, the freezer, will be kind of insulated. We want to make sure that there's 2 layers to it, because the same reason we're going to have, you know, heat getting in from the outside. We want it to be as insulated as possible, so it's going to use the least amount of power. So that means that we are going to have to do double walls. At least that's how it's worked in the past. I don't know if it still works that same way, but I believe it does. So we're going to have it be double walled, which means that we're actually going to have to use a decent amount more wood. So I don't know how I feel about that actually. Yeah, what am I gonna do here? Because I still need to be able to get into my battery area, but I still want to be able to get into the freezer, you know, easily enough. So be something like that. I know that seems pretty extreme, and it doesn't actually leave us with a lot of space. But we can stack things here, and there's only just me here as well at this stage. And if we do expand, we won't have that many people right off the get-go. You know what? Okay. Alright, we're going to redesign this a little bit. I'm going to allow me to just carry on doing what I'm doing for the time being. We're going to have it off to the side here. Like so. And it does mean that we're going to have to use an unfortunate amount of wood. But that is going to be our freezer section. I don't know if I like the look of it really, you know? No, it's not going to work. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. If it's not if it's not pleasing to the eye, what's the point? So I'm going to try and design a system that does work a little bit better than that. See, it would be nice if it was near there. I think we can still do something with that there, though. I do want to have the separate section to it, though. Maybe I just do treat it as a separate building. I thought he just attacked the bloody squirrel. We could be doing a number of things. Okay, we're getting steel, and I think that's probably going to be to, make these light switches over here. Or standing lamps. Separate building? Separate building means it's going to be more insulated. It's not going to be leaking cool or cold into these areas here. You know what, I could just do a larger building off this side here. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We'll go with that still being the entrance of sorts, which I am more than okay with. Just have a door there, a gap, that'll be fine. And I think I'm going to be okay with it just being the one layer for now. I don't know if that's still going to be a problem. If it is, like if it looks like it's going to be a problem, then I'll do something about it. We can always just add more layers to it, but there's no point in us using all that extra wood now when we don't need to. So I think that'll do. Now, whether or not we need to have, I think we're probably just going to put, can we actually smooth the ground? Is that possible? I know you can smooth stone. I don't know if you can smooth out the dirt though. So if we go to floors, smooth floor. No. Yeah, it needs to be rough stone. Okay. Right, we're going to fast forward through the night. And I actually completely forgot about poor Marjot here, which I would like to have a chat with, but I don't know if he's going to be here in the morning. Oh, it looks like he's going to stay. He's sticking around for the time being. If he's still here in the morning, I will have a chat with him. Come on. Time to wake up, Rycon. Time to wake up. Oh, damn it. Of course. Of course. How am I not surprised? Well, we're on to full energy at the moment. Well, full energy production. From quite early in the day, which is nice to see. Alright. Let's check on you. There you are. Rest is almost complete. Yeah, in darkness. And Hook's master. Yeah, feel good for bonding with him. I'm gonna go ahead and consume those berries. Nice. And it looks like we're gonna do a little bit more training with Hook, which I'm okay with. It shouldn't take that long. And it's gonna feed Hook at the same time. Oh, and just like that, we've trained Release. So we're actually getting better at training animals as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. So the animal can be released to attack distant targets instead of just defending the master. So that'll be handy if we're doing hunting. Yeah. And we have lighting in here now, so I mean, our little cabin in the woods it's not bad. It's not bad. I think this is the last of the wood that we have up there though, so yeah, we'll see how much we can actually get done of this here. We are going to be chopping down a few trees along the way, so I think that's a way for me to kind of trick Rycon into cutting stuff down. I don't know if he's going to do that just naturally by himself. And we actually are going to get a little bit of wood back from that as well, so. Damn, I was kind of hoping one of those trees was going to be in the way. We do have at least one other tree though, so that's good. I'm not going to worry about putting a... What am I looking for? A light. Not going to worry about putting a light in the way. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably don't need to worry about chucking... Yeah, I should have thought about that before. I don't need to worry about doing the whole place here. We're probably going to... If I just cancel that... And we'll chuck the cooler in like so. That should do it. And then we'll have a freezer. That's going to annoy me, that tree being in the way though. I don't know if I can... Yeah. So what we're going to do is, to make sure that he actually does do that, we're going to go ahead and just chuck down, let's go wooden floor. And we'll put it right there. So I will chop down that tree. I just need to stop myself from making that before we get too far along. And now that we actually don't have enough wood, we might not be able to make that structure easily without me, well, kind of distributing some of the wood around. Okay, interesting that we didn't finish this off though. Okay, I'll let him do that work here now. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that. And it's tricky. It's a tricky way to do it, but hey, it works. It works, right? Okay, mad animal. What do we got? A local hare. I'm not so concerned about that. I don't think we need to turn on the security system. But it is going to come for us, so it's going to give us a chance to actually use our charged rifle. I don't know whether or not we're going to be finished that work in time. We might just. I want to see if we can finish it. Okay, good. So let's go ahead. We're going to cancel that. And let's get you ready. Rycon's not drafted. Okay, let's draft him. Allow firing. That's new. And we will just get ready to take a shot. We've got Hook with us as well. See, the last thing that we want to happen is for us to get injured. Oh, okay, so you do a few shots. Okay, not so great. One more shot. Okay, nice, he took care of it. Okay, I'm gonna allow... wonder if we can... Maybe Hook will just eat it automatically. Because I'd rather Hook eat that than these. Let's see what you do. You're gonna need a little bit more, aren't you? Yeah. It's almost enough. Just need one more square, which, let's see. That'll do it, I think. And unfortunately, this is the last of the daylight for the day. But it's nice to know that we can kind of, you know, semi-cheat the system a little bit. It's not cheating, but it's just convincing someone that doesn't want to do something to do it because of survival's sake. Yeah, we won't be doing that once we have people that actually like to do it or, you know, don't mind to do it. And I think once we cut down this tree here, that should be enough for us, actually. The other question is whether or not we have enough steel, which I don't know if we do. We'll find out shortly. Yeah, looks like we might. Oh no, we're hauling to the sandbags. Okay. Do you not have the necessary what? Need materials. Yeah, but which materials? Is it steel that we need? It might be. How many components? We've got more than enough components, but we might not have enough steel. We've only got 24 steel. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so where is the nearest steel to us? Okay, it looks like maybe that's going to be the closest steel. So let's go ahead. We're going to order this steel here to be mined. And I'm not so worried about getting those done, so we're just going to get Rycon to go over there and do a little bit of that. I am going to kind of try and keep track of the hours at the moment, though. Okay, looks like we just decided to kind of give up on it and come back and try and build the sandbags, which, you know what the hell, why not? We'll let him finish that off, and then I'm guessing he's probably going to try and go to sleep, because it is 9 o'clock at the moment. We want him to have an early start, so we want him to actually get to sleep at a reasonable time. And I feel a little bit better about that door being there now. It looks like Hook's going to come and sleep in here as well. Nice. So let's go ahead and we're going to check our needs. Okay, so slept on the ground. Why haven't I built a bed yet? Sorry to everyone that's been shouting at me to build a bed. For some reason I completely forgot about that. Just completely went out my mind. We only need a single bed for now. That'll do us absolutely fine. So let's chuck it down. How much wood do we have around? 45. We've got enough wood. Also, that's going to be deconstructed as well, so we'll get even more wood back from that. So let's go ahead and fast forward through the night. It is now summer. Okay. Yeah, it's saying that crops will not grow in the winter, which is true. So I would like some of this to be, well, harvested now, especially if we're going to be able to get this freezer up and running. So maybe that's a goal for tomorrow. The goal will be, well, build the bed, and it's a little bit cloudy, so we're not going to be generating as much solar energy today, but we're still generating enough. We've only got 2 lamps running, so It's not going to be drawing a hell of a lot. What are we doing? Consuming. Okay. You go and consume. Luckily, now that they're inside, they won't be degrading. So, that's good. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to kill a hell of a lot of these animals as well for meat, so... It'd just be nice to have something growing, if we can afford it. Because it doesn't take too long to actually sow material. Okay. And let's go ahead and deconstruct that for now. Boom, and we have a proper bed, so that should help our mood increase a little bit. Where are you off to? Deconstructing the ship chunk. Ah, that is going to get us a decent amount of steel, so maybe I will go back down here and just get rid of that as an order. Yeah. The question is, how long is it going to take us to deconstruct those chunks? We'll find out. We will find out, and it looks like we've got a timber wolf up there. Let's be a little bit cautious around that. Let's see. That's not going to take that long. What do we got? 9 o'clock at the moment, and we got steel. Perfect. 24, and we're going to use it on the goddamn sandbags. Because I guess we're not getting a hell of a lot from it. Okay, well, I'm going to let him finish this construction job. That should be enough for all of them. There we go. Except the construction failed. You let me down, Rycon. You let me down. I am not impressed. I'd like to get into the kind of animal breeding side of things as well eventually. Something that we will look into, because Rycon is pretty damn decent when it comes to taming animals. Well, I mean, he seems to be able to do it very, very fast with Hook, so yeah. I'm happy to see that this is at 100%. That's sweet. We might need to look at getting another battery eventually. I mean, we don't yet, because our power consumption's, it's not that high. It will get higher, though. Alright, what are we doing? We're deconstructing the ship again. Alright, I'll let it be done. In saying that, let's chuck a door here before I forget about it. Structure, that's what I'm after. Alright, you go do your thing. And actually, right-click just takes us out into the world map. Cool. Theory and Confederation. Oh, actually, no. Sorry. Who was that member? Theory and Confederation. He was from something else, right? Arlaw. Ah, that was the other group. Okay, so we got two. We got Arlaw and we got the Theory and Confederation. So he would have been from here, maybe Shoedale. Or even Priest's Hill, which is right next to Soldier's Village, which is owned by Knifemen. Knifemen seem to be pretty prevalent around here. There's a few of the Hornets, but yeah. We'll avoid them, hopefully. Come on, get me some steel. Alright, looks like we got a decent amount from that. Okay, he just, that's a little annoying. That he didn't bring down that steel. But I guess it's only 30. And oh, hello, we got someone new. Silver. Fantastic. Alright, okay, so Silver arrived and thinks that we need a faction name. Yes, that's true. We do need a faction name. See, we didn't have faction names before, but we are going to be the Legion. And this is going to be called the Citadel. Yeah, I think it's fitting. And we need a name for Silver. So what I'm going to actually do is quickly Alt-Tab out of the game. I'm going to use random.org and we're going to pull a name from the list, and that has got to be Silver's name. So those of you who did put your names into the barrel last time, we're going to do a draw. Let's see who wins. Okay, so I used random.org and it pulled out a random number, and the name associated with that was Owless. Congratulations, Owless, you are back. This time reincarnated as Silver, who, let's see. Let's go in there. We're going to change the name right away. So Frankie Silver, you are now going to be Owless. And Owless, for those of you who might not have seen the previous series, was a pain in the ass in every fashion. But the new Owless is a 71-year-old medieval minstrel. Okay. You were a wreckage explorer as a child. You're incapable of skilled labor, firefighting, and hauling. We still don't have a hauler. Really good when it comes to social, really good with animals, pretty decent artistic, and okay when it comes to research. So that's kind of good. Except for the fact, is that skilled labor or is that dumbed labor? No, it's skilled labor. Okay, so that's crafting and the rest. So that unfortunately we still do have a bit of a hole in our repertoire at the moment. But hey, an extra person, I won't scoff at that. Now let's see what they actually bring with them: steel club and an armor vest, and that's pretty much it. So actually no other clothing. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but well, they can cleaning rock rubble. Okay, so they can actually clean. Let's go into the zones really quick. We need to change our home area here. So let's go ahead and clear this area here. We want just that to be included. We don't need them unnecessary cleaning there. But nice to see that they are cleaning. So we didn't have anyone that could clean before. An ancient danger. Okay. Of course. So Owless has walked past us and feels a great sense of foreboding. This is the building that I kind of pointed out at the start, saying that would be all kinds of trouble for us, so we're going to ignore that as long as we possibly can. A little concerned that the path is coming so close to that timber wolf, so we're just going to keep an eye on Alice for a time. Still wandering? Okay, that's good. I'm just going to make sure that Alice gets there okay. Annoyed that we can't haul. It means that all of our food and stuff is just going to have to sit up there for the time being, which is a little frustrating, but hell, we can't do much about it right now. I'm just going to make sure that wandering just stays on and it doesn't change like hunting or following or anything like that. No, we made it through okay, and it looks like that bear that was around us at the start has kind of moved on as well. I am happy to see that some rice got planted, so that's something, right? As far as, yeah, so no growing, no cooking, no mining. So really, all Alice is kind of going to be good for us. Well, Alice will be good when it comes to like handling animals, also research, yeah, but beyond that, not a hell of a lot. It is an extra person though, so that's good in that if we did need to do an emergency surgery, we would be able to do it. Yeah. We've also got Owless down as a hunter as well, but we don't have a ranged weapon for Owless. Yeah. You also seem a little slow. Bad back and frail. Okay, so Owless is going to be a little bit slow around the colony. We should actually check our zone down here as well. We do need to clear some of this. Yeah, that's the thing is like, is there a way to clear just what's cleaned? Not really. Because I really don't want this whole area cleaned. I only want the building cleaned, but I still want fires to be fighted outside, if you know what I mean. I think we'll just clear it for now. Just like so. Yeah, you know what, we'll just clear it. We'll just clear all of it. That's easy enough. And that's almost done, which is nice. I will need to try and sort out another room for Owless. I wasn't anticipating someone being here so quickly, and it looks like Owless is actually doing research as well, which is cool. So, what do we want to do in terms of housing? I think we do want to have houses kind of separate. It would be nice for them to have their own buildings. I'm trying to think whether that'll work with heating. Or whether we want to have them kind of conjoined. I think maybe conjoined would work better. So I think, yeah, for simplicity's sake, we're going to look at chucking some buildings down. It doesn't get too cold in the winter, though. That's the only thing. I don't know. Alright, well maybe we look at just expanding out. If we go 5x5, or 5x6 in this instance, does that work? No, it's going to have it... It's not going to be centered, which I'm not so happy about that. Let's see, wood. That's better, right? No, it's not. You go one smaller. Just trying to figure out of a kind of uniform way. I really just want a 5x5 space. Or actually 4x4 works. Is that going to be large enough for them though? Alice is just going to sleep on the floor for now. See, I don't like them, yeah, I don't like the idea of having ginormous rooms, but I know it does actually help them out a fair bit. I mean, maybe I could have the research bench. Maybe I could turn this into Alice's room, actually, especially if the research bench is just there. Yeah. I don't want to block that off too much as well. Maybe creating a separate house down here would be a good idea, actually. Or at least starting a separate area. You know what, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 6 by 6. Like so. I could go 5 by 5 and that would allow us to have a uniform entry into the place. You know what, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 5 by 5. Changed my mind last minute. What a surprise. Okay. Let's go ahead. Structure is what we're after. We're going to use more wood to do this. We're going to go 5 by 5. And is that enough space? Good question. Is that enough space? The room looks a lot smaller now, right? I don't know if 5 by 5 is enough. It probably isn't. Maybe 6 by 6 is what we're after. It does mean that it's uneven, which, you know, irks me a little bit. But, oh well, what can you do? What can you do? Probably something different, but hey. And we'll go ahead and we'll chuck down some flooring as well. Wooden floor. Wood for everyone, because that's going to be chopped down as well. And I don't know if you can do plant cutting, can you? No, you can do plant cutting. Great. Okay, so we do have Alice able to harvest wood and, you know, also able to harvest plants. So that's a hell of a bonus. While she is there, I'm going to designate all of this wood here to be chopped. Yeah. And while we're at it, let's go harvest and just kind of go over this area here. Looks like I'm going to be able to harvest some of these bushes. Perfect, great. So come the morning, Alice will be able to do all of that. I mean, she's going to have a little bit of a rough sleep, but she'll be able to kind of posh around a little slowly and get things done. Eventually, when we have more buildings around here as well, I am going to want to link them up with pathways, because they're going to speed up the travel between each place. And I mean, I know I have blocked out a little bit of vision here of this building, but I think as long as I keep them all within the circle here, we should be okay in terms of protection. I'm a little concerned that someone would be able to come this way and just duck around that corner, and they'll kind of miss out on this. But, you know, I think before long we'll end up chucking down another one as well. We'll have a bit of a network of security turrets around, which are going to help keep us safe against the baddies out there. Alrighty, well, that's going to wrap us up for this episode. I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. I hope you're enjoying the new series. We're going to get time ticking on a little bit faster in the next episode, but thank you for joining me all the same. Alrighty, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.